Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is February 11th, 2023. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at stocks with very high short ratio and see how to benefit from it. So let's jump in and get started with a market update. Look, from a market perspective, we got S&P 500. It's slightly coming down, as you can see here. That's a little bit difficult sign for the market. And then we got VIX. Look, VIX is the volatility gauge that's trying to go higher. That tells you market is in a little bit trouble right now, especially with the Feds talking about raising the interest rates maybe a couple more times with the strong job growth. And look, we got tech heavy Nasdaq again taking a beating, as you can see here. And we got Russell 2000 small cap stocks coming down. We got bonds coming down. On the contrary, interest rates are going higher. That's not a great sign for the market. And we got crude oil, energy is going higher, as you can see here. That's again trouble for the market. And then we got safe haven gold. Gold is also coming down, as you can see here. And we got dollar getting strengthened. That's also not a great sign for the market. All right, now let's jump in here and look at fear and greed index. Look, from a CNN fear greed index perspective, we are in the greed zone right now. Last week we were in the extreme greed zone, somewhere here at 76, and now we are at the greed zone. Right now, folks are really buying the risky assets and trying to see if they can make some money. It's not a good sign to chase the market. Right now, I would wait for some sign of progress before I put money into these risky assets. So with that, as we scan through here, we got a couple more things here. We got market momentum. Look, from a momentum perspective, clearly, as you can see, momentum is coming down. Look, S&P 500 is slightly coming down, as you can see here. And we got price strength. From a price strength perspective, look, we got a nice higher high from a price strength perspective. But there's some sign of exhaustion, as you can see here. All right, now let's jump in here. And one of my favorite tool to look at the market sentiment is tradingview.com. You can see here. You don't need to be a premium member. You can open a account here and register yourself for a free account, so you don't need to pay any money. You could go into this and then you can go in here and go into the stocks here, market dashboard and stocks. This company tradingview.com, they do a great job. Look, what they will do is they will give you a nice sector rotation. I love the way they depict the sector rotation. Typically, I look at a shorter term to begin with. I look at 7-day. Look, from a 7-day perspective, we got right here. This is communication services, which is think about Pinterest, Meta, and the Snapchat and so on and so forth. Look, that whole segment is coming down drastically, as you can see here. And then we got here technology. Look, technology is coming down. So technology is a risky asset group, as many of you know here. With technology coming down, that's where all our very high short ratio stocks are also coming down. And look, we got energy right here. Energy is popping up here. That's trouble for the market. So that's why market is coming down. And then you could go into 15-day time frame here. Look, in a 15-day time frame, we got communication sector. Again, big companies like Google, Facebook, Meta, Pinterest, all coming down big time here, as you can see here. And then we got here tech communications, we talked about it. And next is technology. Technology is also coming down. That's where market is really thinking twice here. All the risky assets, especially stocks with very high short ratio, they're coming crushing down, mainly because technology is coming down and folks are shying away from the risky assets. In the meantime, look at this dramatic comeback in energy here. Energy is going up nicely, as you can see here. Even up here on a down day, I would buy some energy names here. There is a lot of great energy stocks. So this is a great way to understand the market. And if you want, you could go into 30-day time frame and look the 30-day time frame. Communication still at the top. At this time I love some great stocks in the communication side, especially Google got clobbered with the chat GPT and also botched up a Bard AI from Google. At this time it could be a good one to buy slowly. And look, this is a great one here. You could also look at options dashboard here. There is a lot of great information free of charge for you. I typically look at this one here. This is my favorite here. Look, from a strength perspective here, I typically look at the weekly and also look at the daily here. Look, Tesla, after going very high, it's coming back here. A lot of negative or put option flow, as you can see here. On the contrary, Apple is getting stronger, as you can see here. Nice, nice weekly inflow here from a call option perspective. Nice weekly inflow here. So Apple getting stronger, Tesla getting weaker. Microsoft is somewhere, also slightly weaker, but it's it's with all this AI coming up here. I think it's slightly weaker, but on a daily basis, as you can see here, Apple, Meta, Nvidia, Google, they all seem to be doing pretty okay on a daily basis here. Folks are really buying Google. Google got sold out. Now they're buying some call options in Google. At this time, you could buy stock like Google. Look, Palo Alto Network also doing well. On the contrary, Microsoft, after going higher slightly, it's getting clobbered here. So you could look at such names here. All right, now we'll jump in here and go to my favorite tool when it comes to short squeeze or short high short ratio stocks here. You could go into this finviz.com, a great tool, especially for insider buying and selling and short ratio. I think this is one of the great sites here. And if you don't have Elite, you could just go to finviz.com, no issues. If you have Elite, you can do much more things. Look, market went higher on Friday. Dow Jones up 169 points. Nasdaq down, as you can see here. And S&P 500 slightly up, as you can see here. It's a one-day chart. And you could also go into groups here, one of my favorite place to go here. As you go to the group here, look in a one-day time frame here. Consumer cyclical is getting beaten down here. Communications beaten down. But on a 1 week basis, same story. Communications is down here with the Pinterest, Snap all going down, as you can see here. And energy, look, energy is getting strengthened, as you can see here. This is where market rotation happens. Look, as you go down here, look, as you go all the way down here, energy is somewhere, look, it's right here. Energy is getting strengthened, as you can see here. At the same time, technology, look, it was in a 1 monthly time frame. Technology did great, but look, on a 1 week basis, technology is not doing great here. So you could buy some great technology stocks in this downturn here. With the market coming down, you could buy some great names here. All right, now let's jump in here and look at screener. Look, I got this screener called high short interest or short interest here. I would typically go here to look at my short interest stocks. Look, if you have Finviz Elite, you could go into the custom tab. If you have Finviz free version, you can go into ownership here. As you go to ownership, look, we got short float right here. Look at the short float here. All these stocks have got very high short float here. You could look at these names here. And because I got Finviz Elite, I could go into my custom tab here and look at just the columns I want to see here. Look, I got here insider buying, insider selling. We got insider transactions and institutional transactions. And we got here short float. As you can see here, we got float short. And we got here other things here. As you can see, we got float that tells you how much stock is available. So I love the stocks with low float. Those are the good ones to buy. And then you got performance here. Look, stocks did not do well, especially high short names got clobbered. Look at the performance week here. Many of these high short names got clobbered last week, mainly because it's a risk off type play. Folks did not want to go into the risky assets, especially last week here. That's why many of the folks who are playing the short squeeze game here, they did not make much money last week. Last week was really time to slowly start buying more and wait for the stock to go higher. That's why, with the exception of VTNR here, which slightly popped up on a weekly basis and monthly basis, but otherwise, VTNR, as you can see, it's an energy name here. With energy going higher, this went higher. But otherwise, most of the folks did not make too much money, because with these short squeeze names here, you got to be very quick here. If you hold it for a while, these stocks will really take some time to jump back up again. So you got to have some patience with these names here, especially if we did not book some profit when the stock went higher. Right now we're in a consolidation mode. That's why I want you to really hang on to it. Look for some evidence of stock going higher slowly. Then you can buy some more. Otherwise, don't buy too much here. Look at some good stocks we'll talk through and buy them slowly and go from there. All right, now let's jump in back here into this platform, this Excel spreadsheet here. What I've done is I've looked at data from FinViz, and we got TradingView data, and we got stock rover data, bar chart data. I love to look at the data together here with the Excel spreadsheet and with the Excel macro. You can do the magic to put the data together. All right, so look, I got this stocks with a very high short ratio here. Look, we got short interest right here, as you can see here, very high short interest. And I made sure the volume itself is more than 1 million shares traded, and also stock price is more than $1. So normal filtering is already done here. So these are the stocks that you could look at. All right. Top of the list here is Silvergate. It's a crypto. Look, crypto stocks are not doing great here with the crypto coming down. That's why, crypto stock like SI, which is Silvergate, look, it's down, as you can see here, down 1 day, down 5 day, but up 10 day here. At this time here, you could buy some SI. If you already have SI, apply some patience here, have some patience on this one here, because with the cryptos coming down here, that's why this is also coming down here. And look, from a short perspective, look, 79% float short here. But look, from a float perspective, it doesn't have too much float here. It's a low floater. That's why this has a chance to go higher, as you can see. And from a RSI perspective, we got RSI 14 day is 45, but RSI 7 day is 41. That tells you this is getting slightly weaker. That's why it's the time to really accumulate slowly and wait for it to pop, and then you can buy. And look, from an option open interest perspective, this has got pretty good option open interest. It's not a very super active in the options market, but still has a high open interest here. And from a put call ratio perspective, on Friday it's the negative. Folks are buying more put options than call options. The moment you see put call volume ratio more than 1, that tells you more put buying going on here. And you got put call open interest ratio again 1.67, that tells you that it's more put options being traded in the market. That's why right now it's bearish. That's why you can slowly start accumulating. But as usual, last week we couldn't make money with this one. So especially as Bitcoin and crypto goes higher, you could make some money with this. But at this time, you could slowly accumulate and go from there. It's hard to see these stocks coming down, but this is time to accumulate slowly and go from there. Look, we got Edible. Edible is the next one here. Edible, as you can see here, it's not very active in the option market. Look, there is no options, as you can see here. Stock popped up on a one-day basis here, but look, it's losing money big time, as you can see here. At this time, I'm not super interested in such stocks here because it's been losing money, as you can see here. But looks like the insiders are buying slowly. Insider buying 4%, not too much here. But I would pass on this one at this time here. Look, one good thing is this one does not have any float. It's a zero float. That tells you stock is not available right now for you to buy. That could be a good sign. When the float is very low floaters can go higher. If you want to be a little more speculative, you could buy some EDPL here, but I'm shying away mainly because it's been on a negative side. It just popped up slightly on one-day basis. I would shy away from such names here. All right, then you got Carvana here. Look, Carvana, as you can see here, has been down big time here. 5-day down, one day down again, as you can see here. Look, from an RSI perspective, look, RSI 14-day is 55, but RSI 7-day is 46. I would wait for RSI to cool down here. Last week also we talked about this. If the RSI comes below 50, I would buy some. At this time, I would pass up on this, but I will be watching the RSI. If it drops below 50, I would buy some Carvana here. And then we got Marathon Digital. Look, Marathon Digital, again a crypto play here with the crypto stocks coming down here. This is also coming down here, as you can see, down 0.5%. And look at that option open interest, huge option open interest here. And we got put call ratio, volume ratio 1.08. Slightly more put options are traded, but put call open interest ratio 0.74 here. And slightly high float, as you can see here. At this time, I would be slowly accumulating some more Marathon Digital here, especially because look at the option open interest very high, and piece put call ratio, open interest ratio is showing some positive trends here. That's why I would be slowly buying this one here, but apply some caution. Don't buy too much, mainly because stock is coming down here. Normally you want to see some evidence the stock is going higher, but right now look, it's the down 0.5%. that tells you it's getting stabilized here. That's why you could buy some slowly and anticipate this to go higher, especially option market. It's the super active. And then you got Bed Bath & Beyond, BBBY, as you can see here. Look, with Marathon and even Carvana, insiders are buying, but in case of Bed Bath & Beyond, insiders selling, institutions are selling, as you can see here. And we got open interest too high, as you can see here. But look, put call open interest ratio is put call volume ratio is less than 1, and put call open interest ratio is also less than 1. That's why this could be a good one here, slowly to start buying here. But understand there is some looming bankruptcy situation coming up here. That's why you got to be slightly careful. If you are speculative, if you're quick to take some profit, you could go with this here. One thing I don't like too much is too much float here. I love the low floater. This has got high floats. That's why I would not buy this one up here. Instead, I would wait and go after the better names here. And we got a few more, as you can see here. We got Blue Apron and so on and so forth here. So at this time, what we'll do is we'll look at stocks. Look, we got Beyond Meat here. I'm watching few names here. Beyond Meat, look, nice nice option volume 45,000, as you can see here. Put call volume ratio tells it's getting a little bit better here, less than 1. That's a good sign here. Stock is not showing some progress. That's why you could wait slightly. All right, next what we'll do is we'll look at stocks with very high open interest. So that way we can look at those names here, and let's say open interest more than 500,000, and look at those names which are active in the options market. All right, let's say 500,000. There we go. All right, so these are the stocks with the very high option open interest, as you can see here, and some of them have so much open interest, as you see. And look, we got we talked about Carvana, Marathon, BBBY. It's again very high open interest, as you can see here. And also keep a watch on the put call volume ratio and put call open interest ratio. If the put call open interest ratio and volume ratio is below 1, that tells you more call buying going on. But if it is above 1, that tells you more put selling going on. So with these stocks with the high put call volume ratio and put call open interest ratio, if these stocks go higher, these put buyers also get crushed, and these short sellers also get crushed, so it can go higher very quickly. That's why typically I love to see both put call volume ratio and put call open interest ratio, as well as short ratio high. That tells you these stocks can crush those short sellers and even put options buyers. All right, so we got a few more here. Keep a watch on insider buying and selling here. Look, Marathon and Carvana, there is some insider buying going on. And we can also look at the RSI here. From an RSI perspective, Carvana I would wait slightly because RSI is slightly higher. And same story with the rig. Rig is too high for me. I would wait for this to come down here. But other names here like Marathon, BBBY, you could do some speculation. As you can see here, RSI 14-day versus RSI 7-day. All these names are getting clobbered here. Look at the RSI 7-day, so weak compared to RSI 14-day, which is a higher number. That tells you these stocks are getting clobbered here. Look at Coinbase. It got really came down so much here. Look at the RSI 14-day here, 50. RSI 7-day is 39. That tells you this got clobbered here. You could buy such names, especially because crypto came down here. You could slowly start buying some. And as usual, keep a watch on earnings date also. As usual, you don't want to you got to understand when is the earning. For example, for this one here, Coinbase earning is coming up 2/21, which is 2 weeks from now here. So you got to be slightly careful with such situations here. But if the stock got clobbered so much here, as you have seen in the past, some of these high open interest names can go higher if they show some positive EPS and revenue growth. They can crush those short sellers and go higher. All right, so we got a few more here. As usual, keep a watch on insider buying and selling here. Many of these names, look, we got ChargePoint, insiders are selling. And as usual, keep a watch on 1-day, 5-day here. Look, we got two names here, MPW, which is medical properties. Look, MPW, as you can see here, RSI perspective, RSI 14-day is 43, RSI 7-day is 35. But look, it's going higher. These type of stocks here, which show some strength in 1 day here, you could slowly pick them up here and go from there. And MPW has got 12 analysts following it. It's got a buy rating. And look, we got one more here, Plug Power. Plug Power, as you can see here, it's also 0%, did not go down or did not go high. So this tells you, this stock did not want to go down here. Look, RSI 14 days 47 got clobbered here. I would be buying such names here where look, it's showing some strength here in 1 day. It's just sitting pretty even when the markets are down here. I would look at such names showing some strength, not going down on a down day. You could pick up such names here. All right, So with that, we could look at a few names here. Let me take you back to this platform here, which is stocks trading view here, and look at some names here. All right, let's go in here and bring up the charts here. Let's look at a few speculative names. Look, first we look at GameStop here, GME. Many of you know GameStop. Let's look at GameStop and see what's going on with GameStop here. GameStop. All right, so looks like it's thinking. All right, so we got GME. All right, so GameStop, as you can see here. Let's bring this all the way down here. All right, so for the folks who don't know TradingView, it's a great free tool here. I got TradingView Pro, which is a great one here. I like to look at few things together. I also love to download the data. That's why I got Pro, where you can download the data. I got here Bollinger Band. You can go into indicators and look, I got Bollinger Band. You can select this. And I also got this, squeeze indicator. So you could download this squeeze momentum indicator by Lazy Bear. It's a good one. You could look at this one here, especially if you want to trade short squeeze names. You will see how is the momentum doing. Look, GameStop, we got the Bollinger Band here. It's let's go back here. From a Bollinger Band perspective, it's trying to hug the lower band here. That tells you momentum is down here. And look, from a Lazy Bear perspective, stock is curving down. That tells you right now it's undergoing some tough time here. You could also click on this sign here. Look at the news item here. So from a news item perspective, Vanguard is doubling down on GameStop stock. That's a good news here. Outdated meme stocks sell before it's too great. As usual, it's mixed news here, but Vanguard buying could be a good one here. So stock is really clobbered, as you can see here. And at this time, by looking at the Lazy Bear indicator, look, whenever it goes down drastically like this, there is always a small pop. So you could buy slowly. And as usual, there'll be a pop here. You could sell it off here. You got to be quick. So I would slowly buy this one. I think it could be a good time to slowly buy, given it came down here, trying to use the lower Bollinger Band as a support level here. All right, let's look at BBBY here. All right, so BBBY, as you can see here, this one is also coming down. The stock is coming down here. At this time, next stop is really Bollinger Band, lower band here. It might come down to that. So I would wait for maybe a day or so for it to come down slightly. Then you could buy. But this one here, be slightly careful here. It's it might go for a bankruptcy protection. That's why you got to be careful. And then we look at AMC here. All right, so we got AMC stocks. Look, this one is coming down big time. Look, it's hugging the Bollinger Band lower band here. By looking through this here, look, came down to the lower band, went slightly higher, and it's kind of hugging the lower band here. Tries to slightly go higher. So I would wait here. I would slowly start buying when it comes slightly down here. It's already toward the Bollinger Band lower band here. Then I would buy slowly here, and I would take the bounce and sell it off quickly. And look, as you look at the news item here, electric movie mix results. I mean, there is nothing much going on here. So you could there's some movie mix going on here. You could slowly buy some AMC. Mainly it's down big time here, and you could sell it as it goes slightly higher. At this time, it's trying to use the Bollinger Band lower band as a support level. All right, so if you look at BBBY, Bed Bath and Beyond. Look, this is also slightly coming down, as you can see here. So I would wait for it to go into the lower band, then I would buy. All right, so with that, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.